boring topic, I'm sure, but you may someday have to find a thread die to fix a thread on a shaft, and here's a quick tip of what you'll need to do that. First of all, thread designs, or pitch as they're called, is not the same. So how many threads do we get per inch? So we have to identify that first. So you can buy a gauge like this, and it's got little teeth on it, and you keep working that up against these threads until you find one where the teeth actually mesh inside the threads on the shaft, and then you flip it over and you see this says 16. So now we know that it's a 16 thread pitch, and you can measure this, but it's a 3/4 inch shaft, and you have to have a die. And the deal is there are lots of different dies with different thread pitches, and you know, out in the backyard, and it's dark and you don't know what's going on, and you get the wrong one on there, you're going to tear up the threads. So be sure you get that correct before you try this. Secondly, is we're going to clean up the threads here so the nut will start on here. There's two ways you put this die on. One, this side goes up against the threads like this, because this part of it's kind of tapered. That allows you to get it started on there. So it might be a little tough if the threads are messed up, and usually where they're messed up is right on the very end. So you have to be quite patient in doing this. You don't want to put it on there and then start cranking on it with a wrench and tear up the threads. Now we've already done this one, so you can see once that it goes on there that it starts the thread on quite easily. And in this particular case, you might have to go down and buy a crescent wrench about this big and make sure that nobody sees that, so they don't hit you over the head with it. But then you put it on here like this, and you just slowly crank it around until it has cleaned up the threads on there, just like I'm doing right there. And then take it back off and examine your threads, and then get your nut out and make sure that it's going to start on there like this. That'll make it much easier. Don't mess this up, because then you may be taking this all back apart and doing it all over just to get the threads right. I'm Barry Wilson, Wilson Auto Repair. Go to my website, wilsonauto.com, if you want to see more videos like this. Go to our YouTube site and subscribe, or go to our blog. We have lots of videos for you out there to help you fix your car so that you don't scratch your head very much.